Hello, good morning, students. Today's transcription number 195 on the speed of 120 words per minute. Start. The prices of essential commodities are very high, and life for everyone is very hard. We live, therefore, under threats of strikes which, if they come off, are bound to paralyze our development schemes, to say nothing of the inconvenience caused to citizens and the financial loss which the country's exchequer can certainly not support. In view of the steep rise in prices, the Pay Commission is bound to recommend some kind of relief. I personally am glad that a commission has been appointed because whatever restrictive or penalty legislation is brought in, it can never make for general contentment and well being, either mental or physical. And without these, there can never be any enthusiasm in the hearts of the workers nor any industry on their part. Now, why has there been such a steep rise in food prices and why is the government unable to control the same? Production figures, we are told, have not gone down. We have had good harvests last year. Then, where has the food gone? Is inflation responsible to a large extent for this debacle, or are our figures for production wrong? And how much of our food grains have gone underground into the hands of black marketeers? Why cannot government bring these anti-social elements to heel? These are questions which have to be faced squarely. Increase in salaries will cost the exchequer hundreds of crores of rupees. Where is the money to come from in addition to what is needed for the plan? As far as salaries are concerned, the time has come, I think, for government to fix a minimum wage for the worker and to give him relief in the shape of free primary education for two of his children, old age pension, free living quarters, fair price shops rather than dearness allowance. I feel the moment anybody's salary is raised, he is inclined to spend more. A socialistic pattern of society means, as I understand it, a society where everyone has food, shelter, clothing, and employment, and equal opportunities for his material, moral, and spiritual development. If the salaries of our workers are fixed at a reasonable minimum and the other relief given to them, I think we shall be fulfilling one of our main objective, that is an improved standard of life for millions. I have often felt that perhaps we lay too much stress on our big projects.